Success used to mean attention. Now it means peace. For years, I chased the next level, the title, the praise, the bigger check, thinking that was progress. But let's be honest, that's not progress. That's permission chasing. It's selling your energy for validation that disappears the moment the company moves on. They call it climbing the ladder. But what they don't tell you is the higher you climb, the less of you there's left. More pressure, less joy, more responsibility, less freedom. And that's exactly why you see people walking away from six-figure jobs, not because they're lazy, but because they're done trading life for a paycheck. They've realized what I did. Security without freedom is just a comfortable cage.
One day you wake up and realize you've been proving yourself to people who stopped caring the moment they clocked out. That's when everything shifted for me. I'm at the stage where I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I'm not chasing promotions, I'm chasing peace. Because when you reach a certain point in life, success stops being about attention and starts being about options. There was a season where I lived for advancement. Every new title felt like validation. Every raise felt like progress. But what I didn't see was that every yes to them was a no to me. The late nights, the stress, the noise. It wasn't making me richer. It was making me smaller. Now I show up. I do my job. I keep it professional, not personal. I get my check and protect my peace. Because every ounce of energy I waste trying to impress someone else is energy I could be using to build something for myself. That's the shift. From being managed to being self-directed. From being measured by a boss to being motivated by a purpose. I'm not running from work. I'm running toward ownership. We were trained to believe retirement is a date on the calendar. Work until 60-something, then finally start living. But retirement isn't about age. It's about agency. It's about choosing how you spend your time. I don't want to retire and just fade into the background. I want my retirement to have purpose, to travel, teach, explore, and still earn. Jim Rohn once said, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. That line flipped a switch for me. I realized I was executing someone else's vision while mine sat on hold. That's when I found leverage through travel, a system that lets me live, explore, and still build income. Not years from now, now. Because the idea of working 40 years just to start living at the end, that's not a plan. That's a slow surrender. Here's how I flipped it. I started booking my trips through a private platform. Wholesale rates, zero markups. Same resorts, same flights, just minus the middleman. And every time I traveled, I didn't just save money, I made money. Loyalty points, residual income, referrals from people who wanted to know how I did it. Now when I travel, it's not an escape. It's an investment. I take photos, share my experiences, and those stories attract new business. And the best part, it gives me purpose beyond a paycheck. Because here's the truth. I don't want a retirement where I'm just sitting still. I want one where I'm in motion, where I'm living stories I used to only scroll past, where my peace produces profit and my adventures create value. That's what this travel system gave me. Freedom wrapped in a business model. So let's redefine success. One more time. The real flex isn't your title. It's time. It's health. It's waking up excited instead of exhausted. Depending on one paycheck or even one pension isn't safety. It's risk disguised as comfort. You've spent decades building someone else's dream. Now it's time to build your own. This is about more than travel. It's about reclaiming control, financially, mentally, spiritually. Myron Golden says, you don't get paid by the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to that hour. So ask yourself, Are your hours building your freedom or someone else's fortune? You don't have to quit your job tomorrow. You don't have to throw everything away, but you do have to start building something that buys your peace back. Because the real flex isn't attention, it's autonomy. It's the power to decide where you go, what you do, and who you become. If you're ready to make that shift, to travel smarter, earn differently, and design a life that still has purpose after the paycheck, hit the link or DM me. You've already worked to make a living. Now it's time to work on living the life you earned. Because the real flex isn't what you show off. It's what you wake up free to do.